You are listening to the Antidote Show.
Coming to you at a time when a man with common sense can die of intellectual loneliness. And now your host, Brock Lawley.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brock Lawley. I am the Atheist Antidote here and elsewhere, specifically YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Feel free to pull up a seat at the immovable feast of intellectual delicacies that I provide you. You are welcome. Today, I want to bring you some somber news. I wanted to tip my hat to this wonderful woman because I know that the duplicitous status media will either ignore her or slander her because they are morally deaf and wouldn't know a cultural, intellectual, fiscal hero if they streak naked in front of them. Margaret Thatcher, the great Margaret Thatcher, unfortunately passed away last night, which deeply saddens my heart. This was a giant in our time. This woman walked into an England that barely had a pulse. Flatlined physically, flatlined culturally, tearing itself apart. It had leftism, had riddled its bones. Radical unions had destroyed any echo of an economy that was going to do anything in the future. This woman scaled mountains that, few could have. She was a woman in a time when women were not lauded or celebrated in the political realm, and she climbed to the seat of power in England on ideas and vision and leadership, and in very tumultuous time for the world too. She helped end the Cold War with Ronald Reagan. This woman was just a giant. I've read everything she's published. I think she's amazing. And here's the big irony. Margaret Thatcher was literally a path cutter, mowing down tall grass by way of, what the left is always crying about, which is feminism. There's these glass ceilings, and women are held back, and 70 cents on the dollar, and all this kind of crap you always hear them say. But people like Margaret Thatcher, and in modern day, people like Sarah Palin, and these women that are just mammoths. They're just awesome people. They accomplish awesome things. They do everything. They have families and successful marriages, and they lead nations, and they lead states, and they're just amazing people. No. They can't be bothered to clap their hands for these women. Instead, they hurl baseless, defaming libel and slander at them like monkeys at a zoo. And that's all they know to do, because these women refute everything that the left tells you is true. They are the walking, breathing, beautiful refutation of leftism. And Margaret Thatcher was certainly that. I'm deeply saddened that she's gone. We lost a giant. The world is far less bright without her in it. And I want to personally tip my hat to her. If you don't know who Margaret Thatcher is, find a credible news source on her and read about her. There will be a lot of slander and misleading information because she was fiscally sane, culturally sane, and that pretty much makes you an enemy of the left. She cared about things that were good and decent. Again, not cozying her to the left, but I assure you this woman was a giant. With a mind as sharp as a butcher's knife. This woman was just incredible. Hollywood put out a movie recently, by the way. It wasn't absolutely horrible, but it wasn't what I would consider to be a glowing demonstration of who she was. Like Hollywood would, it chose to highlight and put the magnifying glass on a time when Margaret Thatcher was slipping mentally in her old age, like we all unfortunately do. Gravity in time takes the best from us, and certainly she was no exemption from that truth, but that Hollywood made a movie about her at all, I suppose, is interesting. So you might want to check that out. Anyway, Margaret Thatcher passed last night, and I wanted to tip my hat to her. A truly amazing woman, a true warrior for individual liberty, of the tyranny of big, huge crushing government. Thank you for listening. This is the Atheist Antidote Show.
You are listening to the Atheist Antidote Show.